Another Mike coming at you. Guess what? It's Wednesday morning. It's 20 minutes after 9 a.m. in the morning. I've been up since about 5 o'clock. Got the kid up, got the kid down for the nap right now, got the baby monitor on, and I wanted to shoot another video. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, let me shut this door here for it so I don't bother the bird. We'll wake the baby. So yesterday I shot a video about a large lot of costume jewelry, vintage jewelry that I put on eBay. Well, that lot is on eBay. It's already got bids. I got up early this morning. I packaged each piece individually in plastic bags, which was easy because, as I had told you in yesterday's video, when I found that huge lot, that was all in a dumpster. And the woman had collected vintage jewelry, the senior, and sold it in the 1980s. You know, and I just put this together by how I found the pieces. Each piece was individually wrapped in a plastic bag. And actually, I think at one point there were even prices on the bags, if I remember correctly. So all I did when I repackaged this to ship on eBay, which already has bids, mind you, is I just put it all back in those plastic bags, taped it nicely, got it in a nice box. I shipped it, and I'm going to ship it. Priority mail, flat rate, you know, whatever the case. That's the easiest for me. I get the free box. I can fit it all in there properly, and I can package it really nice to impress my customer. So, got up this morning, got everything packaged, got that ready to go to eBay. Now what we got is I'm blowing out my smalls. That's right, that's all I've been talking about. And doing it in these large lots. Everything from costume jewelry, obviously, to buttons. Well, today, I'm diving into my button stash. About a year ago, literally, I was checking this one house where they had, someone had passed away or they were selling the property, etc. I noticed it just by having that eagle eye. And they were putting up stuff out by the trash randomly. And I even spoke to the owners at one point to see if they had anything. Well, I drove down there one day and they had just a typical garbage plastic can like about this tall. And I opened it up and I went through it and there was some miscellaneous crap that I was able to throw in the van for the flea market. But down on the bottom, when I pulled the box up, all these vintage and antique buttons fell into the bottom of the dumpster. So what ended up happening, I had to take every frickin' thing out of the garbage. Luckily it wasn't food or anything, it was just rubbish that they were throwing out of the house. And get down in there, I had to lay the frickin' thing on the side, dead of winter, I had to crawl into it. So this business isn't glamorous. If you really want to find the treasures, sometimes you have to do that. And that's what I did, and got all these vintage buttons. And when I say buttons, I mean simply sewing buttons off of fancy clothes, off of, you name it. I'm going to show you the buttons right now. I just started. I think I got 2 lots to 3 lots of the real high-end ones. Because when I took all those buttons home that day, I probably had a frickin' box this big full of them. And I went through them like someone would go through coins, literally, because I knew there were some real winners in that lot. Well, I'm putting a partial piece of that collection on as a lot right now, today, on eBay. When I'm done here, I'm going to snap the pictures. Boom, it's going on eBay a little bit later in the day. So I want to have it end at a time when everyone's awake. Remember, on the West Coast, it's 9 a.m. right now. It's only 7 a.m. there. So you got to think like that when you're listed. So you want things typically to end, I don't know, midday, early afternoon across the states. So here are those buttons. And when I say buttons, you're going, what the hell, some frickin' buttons he's going to show me. These are some of the coolest buttons that you're ever going to see. Now basically we're going to start with some stuff that's not that exciting. And I'm going to show you how I got it all laid out. Remember, I'm going to take pictures as soon as I'm done. So this is how I've done it. I got the workbench. And you can see I got them laid out on, I got some felt and just some old jeweler bags right there. And then I got 2 lights aimed down, obviously. Sometimes I just freeze, brain freeze, old age. And I got another one right here. This is a beautiful one. I got this out of a dumpster. Probably about 2 months ago. So, let's get to the buttons. Now, actually, these ones right here that I'm going to show you, these are in the lot. These are really not that old. I'll go through them real slow for you. These are not that old. These are just vintage buttons. And, you know, they're just usable vintage buttons. These are nothing spectacular. But these are in the lot. And when I get to the good stuff, you're going to love it. Let me tell you. So, these buttons, basic buttons, they're cool. But remember, I picked these up at a garage sale. They were in a bag marked 75 cents I bought them. You'll always do something like that in case there's something in there. There could be an old medal, a coin. Remember that back in the old days, here's a tip when you're you're out there searching for stuff and you're at a garage sale and you see those old sewing machines and you think, oh hell, you know, you see those everywhere. It's no big deal unless you see a real clean one and you can get it at dirt price. Whatever the case. In the old days, everyone kept things in the drawers of the sewing machine. So things ended up with the buttons, war medals, coins, you name it, wedding rings. That is always somewhere. I was taught that by an old timer. Always check the drawers. You find gold in there, you name it. You may never find nothing, but there is a chance and an opportunity. So when you're at a garage sale and you buy an old sewing machine, check those drawers. Okay, let's go to the cool stuff now. Now look at the size of these buttons. These are the better ones. I believe some of these to be Bakelite. This has got to be Bakelite, if not even Catalan. You know, I'm not up on all the terms for these. This one's kind of a tin. But these are beautiful old buttons. Look how large this button is. And like I said, this is not plastic. Here's a beautiful one. Almost like with a tortoise shell. See the rays to it? It's hard to see. It's so filthy. Surrounded by tin. Frickin' gorgeous button, man. You better believe it, guys. I'm excited about these buttons. Look at this one. A 3-leaf clover. So these are just cool as hell. And then here's a couple. Here's a Twin City lines. It's probably like a bus company or railway. This one's so rusty I can't read it. I will try to read it later before I list. Boy Scouts. Some real early military buttons. This one especially, I think. And this one right here. See this gold one? Try to get the... It's hard to get a clean shot in this where it's not fuzzy. So this is a really, really early one. This has got to be World War I. If it's earlier than that, I'll be damned. Simply meaning, it could be. You're still saying, Mike, I don't see the excitement. Well, if you don't have passion for vintage items, then you're not going to get excited by these buttons. And you know what? We don't know where these are going to go. These are some real frickin' early buttons, kids. Look at this one here. This is just awesome. So, these are ready to rock and roll. Look at this one right here. This is a frickin' winner, eh? If you're a button collector, don't tell me you don't love these buttons. Dun, 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 dun. But, so I think we got a wide selection of collectors that this will appeal to. You're going to have your basic people that are going to go for these, but really what's going to drive this sale are these World War II and earlier buttons, and the Boy Scouts, the 3-leaf clover, and then these real old primitive ones. Boom! You believe it. This is going on. Now look, so that's the first lot of the real antique ones. Here's the bucket. These are the ones that I pulled off the top and considered the best of the best. And I kind of filled in a little bit on this one. But these are the best of the best, and these are going up maybe in 2 to 3 lots. Look, we got some other interesting pieces that are in here too that won't go in that lot, but will go in another. Real early. You could call this rat rod. Primitive car collectors love this stuff. Everyone, get out there picking. Hit the dumpsters, thrift stores, garage sales. If you're on the West Coast, for Christ's sake, you're loving it. You got warm weather. It is the first day of spring today, and it is, I believe we got a high of, gosh, what was it, 20, and it was 6 degrees when I woke up with a minus 12 wind chill. First day of spring, brothers. You got that warm weather. Get out there. Get hunting. Let's find it, eh? Bastards. Boy, they got it good on the West Coast. But you know what? Summer's coming here in Minnesota, and I'm cool with it. I can handle all the seasons. I used to live on the West Coast, and luckily I froze up there, because I was going to shut this video off. There was one more piece I wanted to show you, and that's this one. I put this on eBay yesterday. I was digging through my inventory of just clothes. I got tons of miscellaneous crap stashed away. And that's what I'm talking about, selling my inventory and upgrading. But this piece is unique. This is World War II denim jean jacket, U.S. Navy, deckhand, could even be World War I. though I doubt it. I believe it to be World War II. And I think it's called a shawl, what a woman will put over her head and wrap around. This is a shawl collar, denim, World War II original U.S. Navy jean jacket. Enough talking. Get on the jacket, right? Look at this. This is rad. And I pulled this out of a dumpster. I know I did. And when they call it the shawl collar, here, let's try to get a clean shot here. You're going to notice. You're going to notice, folks. This is my worst film work ever. But that's what happens in life, right? Unscripted, unplanned, one person running a camera. PID. That's one of my favorite words. PID, short for pitiful. Growing up when we were kids, we'd say that is PID. P-I-D is what I'm saying, if you can't understand my pronunciation. All right, here we go. Here it is. Hopefully you can see it better. We'll swing some light over on it. Ba-boom. Now look at these buttons. They're marked Navy. Now they are metal, and that's what unique. All the ones that I found on eBay, the sleeves have been removed from this one as well, but all the ones I found on eBay had a black Bakelite button. Now, obviously, this doesn't work if you're in the sea and you're in the Navy. It's metal, so I think that this is one of the earliest ones, and then they obviously switched over. Look at the backs on them. Frickin' rad jacket. Look at this collar on this thing. I put it on yesterday and posted it on Facebook with no shirt underneath it, just for fucking shit and giggles, saying that I looked like the Misfits. But look at that wear. That is a cool frickin' jacket. You can't buy that, Hollywood. Well, actually, they can. But perfect if if you do whatever you would need this for. As a military collector, to wear even. It's wearable. This thing is rad. Anyway, I got high hopes for it. Keep hunting, keep picking, hit those frickin' dumpsters. It never hurts. Remember, it ain't glamorous. You got to pull over on the side of the road. If it's on the street, you know, and if the people are there, just go frickin' knock on the door. That is the simplest thing to do, really. That's the tip. Let me tell you how I did it. Whenever I would go out and I would do the dumpsters, I'd wear, number one, I'd wear all black and cover my tattoos. I'd have a button-up black work Dickies shirt on. Black work pants, Dickies, kind of like a uniform. Nice belt, some nice boots. You want boots that, number one, a nail can't penetrate, steel toe. If you're going to go into dumpsters, you need to be prepared. I'm telling you. You don't want to step on a freaking nail and ruin your damn day. So then I would wear a hard hat, which I actually got that idea, as pathetic as it sounds. I got it from an old scrapper over in St. Paul, Minnesota. Every time I seen him, you know, and he scrapped steel and stuff, he had the damn hard hat on. I just started thinking about it. You know what? Because when you're driving alleys and stuff, you want to present yourself as, if someone looks at you, at least they go, okay, I kind of maybe get what he's doing. And I also have a name on the side of my van, you know, junk removal, you know, with a telephone number, with my name, everything, so that when they look at it, they got my name, they got my number. I'm saying, hey, I'm a business, I got my hard hat on, I got my freaking work clothes, my gloves on. No games. You go up to the door, you knock on the door. Someone answers the door, you say, hey, listen, I would then remove my helmet, and when I knock on the door, I'd go up the stairs, I'd knock, and then you retreat a little, you back down the stairs, so you're not so threatening. You don't want to be up on someone's door as soon as they open their